Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Today we're checking out the Mini RockRec load box and cabinet emulator from Rivera. The Mini RockRec allows you to take the speaker output from your amplifier, route it into the Mini RockRec, and then send that either directly into a mixing console or into your DAW for recording. You could also use it into a power amplifier to set up a wet-dry-wet rig. My signal path today is a Fender Custom Shop Strat into a Rivera knucklehead tray amplifier. The speaker out from the amplifier is going into our Mini RockRec. I have no speaker cabinet connected at all. The Mini RockRec is serving as a load box, and it's also providing a direct output that's feeding into my Antelope Audio Zen Tour audio interface. The Zen Tour is connected to my MacBook Pro, and I'm recording into PreSonus Studio One. The Mini RockRec is set up so that you can plug in a 4 ohm, 8 ohm, or 16 ohm amplifier, and it'll handle up to 300 watts of power, so you can use it for either guitar or bass. You could run SVT into this with no problem. We have two outputs, an XLR output, which I'm using to feed into my audio interface. We've also got a balanced line output that can be sent to another source if you want to route it to another recorder, or if you're recording in our case, for example, we could send it into our cameras if we wanted to. And then we have a line output that doesn't have any speaker emulation on it, so you could route that into another amplifier. We also have a headphone output on the front panel. On the back panel, we have ground lift switches in case there are any hums that might develop. We also have a switch on the back panel that allows us to choose whether or not we're connecting a speaker cabinet or not. Now with a tube amplifier, you always have to have a load connected. The Mini RockRec serves as that load, or you can turn the load off when you're routing to an external speaker. You just have to be sure you have that switch set in the proper position. So let's check out how this works. The Mini RockRec has 6 different cabinet voicings labeled A through F, and you can choose among those. I'm set to C right now. We can turn that voicing off and just listen to the direct output from the amplifier. That's not a great sound because we don't have a speaker coloring our signal. We're just getting the direct out from the amplifier into our recorder. When we engage the voicing switch, we turn on those 6 internal voices and we can select among those to choose the one that we like the best. So let's go to setting A and listen to that. We can turn to B, C, D, E, and F. We also have a phase switch that allows us to align signals if we're also recording with a microphone at the same time as we're using the Mini RockRec. The final switch turns the headphone output on and off. We have a level control for setting the amount of output that's going from the Mini RockRec into our audio interface or mixing console. And that's all there is to it. The Mini RockRec is a very simple box. Just connect your amplifier, connect the output into your recorder or mixer, and choose the voicing you want. Let's go back to setting C. Now we can make changes on our amplifier and adjust the tone from there. So for example, we could go to the clean channel. We can adjust the tone controls, the gain, switch back to our dirty channel, turn the gain way up, scoop out the mids. You get the idea. The Mini RockRec is basically serving as our speaker coloration. We can adjust it from here, but we still have total control from the front panel of our amp. Now, as I mentioned, this is a very useful device to have. You could take this on stage, you could still monitor through your speaker cabinet on stage, but be sending a direct signal out to the sound man without having to have a microphone on your cabinet. That way you have no bleed. It's a much cleaner signal. You can also use the Mini RockRec in the studio the way I'm using it here for silent recording. Basically, I'm routing straight into my monitors and I'm hearing things through there without having to have a speaker connected or a microphone placed. It's great if you're working in an apartment or if you can't turn up an amplifier at home. The Mini RockRec is also great for setting up wet-dry-wet rigs. Connect your amplifier, route the speaker output into your normal cabinet for your dry signal in the center, then take either the line out or the emulated output, route it into a power amp or another pair of guitar amplifiers with effects to create your wet signals. It's an easy way to set up a wet-dry-wet rig if your amplifier doesn't have a line output or an effects loop. I've really been having a blast playing with the Mini RockRec. It sounds great and it's so easy to work with. It makes recording and working live on stage so simple. I highly recommend you check it out. If you have questions on the Mini RockRec or any other Rivera products, give your Sweetwater sales engineer a call or visit sweetwater.com.